my name is Courtney and today I will be making a video on carrying out 3 daily treatments. So today, one of our dogs that we're going to be using today is Roxy. She's a 13-year-old Labradoodle. Today, basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking her vital signs, which includes her heart rate, her pulse, and her temperature. My supervising vet nurse is going to be helping me do that today. Okay, so as you can see, Roxy is here behind us. This is what we're going to be using to get her out. So we're just going to open up that cage, make sure we catch her. This will just tighten around her neck and we'll take her up to the consultation rooms. Yeah. Alright, so we've got her restrained, we'll take her up now. Okay, so after we take her vital sign, we are going to be worming her. We are going to be using the Interceptor wormer today. So with this is for the weight range 11 to 22 kilos. Roxy does weigh in at 19.2, so we are going to be using one of these chewables today. Okay, so now we have Roxy in the treatment room. So we are going to be taking her vitals and doing her worming tablet today. Today this is Elizabeth. She is my supervising vet nurse. She is going to be supervising me while I do this and restraining Roxy for me. She's also going to be supervising my next requirement, which will be worming her, and then we will also go through just some signs of health in Roxy. So we're just going to check basically her ears, her teeth, and all those sorts of things. But first we're going to take her vital signs. For her vital signs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her temperature rectally, so through her rectum back here. We're going to check her pulse, which will be on her inner thigh, and we'll check her heart rate, which will be on her left, just through underneath here. We will take that with a stethoscope. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take her temperature. So for that, I am going to put some gloves on. After the video is done, I will also take you through the hygienic way to clean up the bits and pieces of taking a temperature. So we'll do that first for you. Alright, so the thermometer we are using is a mercury thermometer, so it is important that we just shake it and just make sure that our indicator is in the correct spot. Alright, so all we're going to do now is just insert this into Roxy's rectum and we're going to hold it there for about a minute or so. Okay, so now we've got Roxy's temperature, which was 38.1. We're just going to take her pulse, and then we are going to take her heart rate. So take her pulse, I'm just going to basically use my right hand, pop it up under her inner thigh, and we're just going to count that. So we're just going to wait for the minute to roll over, and then we'll start counting. Alright, so I'm just going to record Roxy's heart rate. Alright, so Roxy's pulse is coming in at 80 beats per minute at the moment, so we'll make sure we will record that, and now we'll just take her heart rate. So we're just going to use a stethoscope for that, and we'll go from here. Alright, so with Roxy's heart rate, we are going to be taking that on her left side, basically. So we are just going to move to this side of the bench for her. I'm just going to pop that in under here. And Liz is going to keep holding Roxy. Thank you, Liz. Alright, so we're just going to pop this on the left side of Roxy. Okay, so now that Roxy's vitals have been taken, Liz is just going to just do a general check over, just checking her teeth, her ears, just her overall body. So I'm just going to help restrain her while she does that, and then I will give you feedback if we find anything wrong. Okay, so now that Roxy's had her check over, we have found that overall she seems to be in good health. However, she does show signs that in the near future she will need some dental work done, and her ears also will need a clean on the pinner. So basically her ear canal looks nice and clean. There's not much going on down there, but the pinner will need a clean in the near future. Basically that's just the outer part of her ear. Okay, so now that Roxy has had her vitals checked and she's had her overall health score done, it is time to worm her now. So like we said earlier before, we are going to be using the interceptor for the 11 to 22 kilos. She does weigh that around 19.1 kilo. This is what we're going to be using for her today. This is just going to help restrain her while I administer this. Okay, so basically all we're going to do with the dog is we're just going to put my hand over the top of her jowls, open up her mouth, I'm going to pop that in. Okay, so now that Roxy has been returned to her boarding kennel, we are just going to clean up the mess that we have made while we found her in here for her treatment today. So basically we're just going to kind of clean and then alcohol the treatment table, and then we are just going to clean up the thermometer and the stethoscope that we used for her. So basically what we're going to do is just going to pop some gloves on. We're going to get the disposable sponge, wipe over the table, then alcohol it, and then I'll take you through how to do the thermometer. So when wiping the bench, we are just making sure that we're just using one long motion, no circular motion, so we're not spreading any germs around. Then we're just using the alcohol. Same thing with the alcohol, you just want to make sure that... Okay, now I'm just going to go through how to clean the thermometer and the stethoscope. So basically with the thermometer, you always want to make sure that you're picking it up from the end that doesn't have a little silver tip. That's the end that has been inserted into Roxy's rectum today. So with that, the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to wipe it over with some tissues. I'm going to make sure that goes straight to the bin. We're then going to rinse it in cold water. Alright, now with this, what we're going to do is we are going to be putting it back into the chlorohex solution that is half alcohol, half chlorohex. Before we do that, we are just going to spray it with alcohol one more time and then pop that back in there. Alright, so that goes back into there. Alright, and now with the stethoscope, all we do with this is we're just going to wipe over the two pieces that were in the ears and then just the piece that was on the dog. So with that, just use a bit of cotton wool. And we just wipe it over. Alright, and now we just leave this out to dry. Okay, so just before we put Roxy back in her housing today, we are just going to give her a clean out. She is here for boarding for a couple of days, so we are obviously just changing over her bedding every day. If she's urinated or she's done any feces in there, we will clean that out. So in there at the moment, she's just got her towel. So with that, I am just going to take that out and just wipe over the walls and wipe over the floor. We're just going to be using gloves, Pino Clean, and a disposable sponge for that. Once this is clean, we will go and retrieve Roxy from her temporary housing, and we'll pop her back in there. So this will get disposed of into a washing basket. Okay, now that the run is ready for her, we are just going to go and retrieve her from the temporary housing. Just once again, going to use the slip lead to grab her, pop her in. Once she's in there, she is not due to be fed at this point in time. She will be fed later on this evening, but we are going to give her a bowl of water that she can have in there. Alright, we'll be back. Let's go grab Roxy. Alright, so Roxy doesn't like white peanuts alone in the houses, so we do have to cut her a little bit. Come on. She's like, yeah. Come on. Alright, so here we are, just a bowl of plain water, just from the tap. We're just going to be providing Roxy with her water for now, and like I said, she's not due to be fed yet, so we will be feeding her later on this afternoon.